Well, the Kawasaki's looking a little bare. Went ahead and pulled this engine off of here. Pretty easy. Just already had that carb off and everything. Disconnected the few engine mounts. Unplugged the stator and everything from the wiring harness here. Put it over here on the workbench. Oh, look at that. Yeah. All kinds of good stuff. So to pull this side cover off and split the case, I had to take just about all these screws around here, pull all them out. I had to pull these two screws out to take off the stator and everything. Got the points there. This was the other end of that plugged into the wiring harness I was talking about. Got that all disconnected, and then for the flywheel, the way to pull this is you'll look at it and you'll have just a little nut and a washer on there. So pull them off. I use a impact to do that. And look at your thread pattern, because I've had some of these that are reverse thread pattern. And get an impact and crank them, and I've snapped the end of the crank off right here. So definitely check the thread pattern. So I got that nut off, and you'll need one of these. It's called a flywheel puller. And this here will thread into here, and this is reverse thread. So that threads in. You'll back this out, thread it in, and then crank this down, and this part here will push on this and pop this off for you. So you have to pull that off before you pull your stator and everything off. Once I got all that off, you have to be real careful prying on these, because you don't want to booger up here where it meets onto each other. Your seal ain't gonna fit good. This didn't have a seal. I'm not sure if it's supposed to or not. I ordered a complete gasket kit, so I guess I'll find out. So I got this side cover pulled off. And this is all to replace the Kickstart shaft, which is right here. Now, in my last video I was explaining how there's internal and external ones. Here's the other end of the shaft. I had to cut that end off because it was all boogered up. So if you have an external, it's nice and easy, and you won't have to split the case like I did. But since this is an internal, I had to get internal. So I got my crank right here and everything. My piston looked good. Cylinder, nice and good. No nicks or anything. The guy said he'd put an oversized piston in it and rebuild it at one point. So that's cool. Looks all good. I'll probably go ahead and throw a set of rings on it while I'm in here. But to get this Kickstart shaft, you have to set it up. Yeah, I'm going to get my tripod for this. Alright, back in business. So I'll go ahead and lift this up. This gear is on this inside, so you have to pull this center piece out and hold your thumb on this little tab, because there's a spring in there with a little thing just like this. So I'm gonna hold this down, pull it out, I'll set that down, and then I'll pull this gear out. So you see how this is, and the way this works. This rides in here, and then when you kick it over, or you'll kick it this way, and this is going to turn your engine, and then when you let your foot off of it and you hear it, that's what this is. This is winding it back up. So you kick it like you're kicking it to start it. It's going to go this way, turn the engine, and that will make it retract back up. So there's that. I'll go ahead and put my new one in. Slide this gear in here. Make sure it's on the teeth lined up in there. Got this here. Has a little spring. Put your spring inside. You have this. Has a hole on this side. Drop that down in. And you have this little pawl. Slide the pawl in. Then see, it's got a little spring tension to it. Then I'll just slide this in. See, then when I turn it this way, that rotates it. So, good to go. So, now I got my new shift shaft or kickstart shaft with good splines. There's my junk old one. Now I can wait and get my gasket kit, see if it comes with a gasket to go here. Throw that in, the case on, put her all back together. Got a bunch of parts scattered everywhere. Gonna be a fun one. So, I'm supposed to get that other engine today. I'm gonna get that before I get my gasket kit, so I might throw that on here, try to get it running, and then get that one put together and get it put back on here. And I'll probably go ahead and pressure wash this and paint it and everything, clean it up while I got it stripped down, and try to get her on the road here before too long. Is that right, girl? Yeah, that's a good dog. Thanks for watching, guys.